Could a backpacking trip ever truly be perfect? I've been humbled by the Grand Canyon more times than I can count. But here's the thing about the GC. No matter how ancient the rock walls, how familiar the towering thrones, it's always got something new to show you. In 3 nights, we traveled 34 miles with 9,788 feet of gain across the famed Escalante Route from Lippin Point to Grandview. There were birthday celebrations, pristine beaches, spooky spiders, and technicolor sunsets. Just 4 humans unearthing the magic of the Big Ditch, one side canyon at a time. The following story is taken from real-time video and audio journals along the way. Okay. Meg, we're doing the Escalante route, and my pack weighs 24 pounds.
Good.
I have 2.5 liters of water. What's it at?
Does it beep? How does it work?
30.4.
Ooh, that's not bad. How many liters of water do you have?
3.
And probably have the heaviest pack here for whatever reason. And I have 3 liters of water. And it's so heavy.
32? He was about 32.
It just broke the pack scale. Yeah.
That's still just zeros. Wait. You're like 31.6.
I'm Allison.
I'm Meg.
I'm John.
I'm Charlie.
Today was not too bad. We drove and dropped one of our cars off at Grandview Point.
Yes.
And then we shuttled to our starting trailhead, which was Tanner Trailhead.
Yes.
Correct? Today was day 1. It's a downhill day. So we did roughly 7.5 to 8-ish miles. It depends on whose GPS you're clocking.
Yeah.
And both of our GPSs were about 5,000 feet of total descent.
Yeah, it's like 52.
Yeah. Which is around what we were expecting.
And we got to the trailhead, and there was a group of 10 backpackers.
Oh, yeah. And they're doing the same trail as us.
And the trail is really, really steep at the start, 1,000 feet a mile, maybe a little bit over, for about 1.5 miles, and then it levels out for 1.5 miles and has some random uphills, which we're like not excited about because you know you have to go back down it. Mm-hmm. And then it gets really, really steep again for, gosh, I don't know, 1,000 vertical feet. And then intermittent, gentle downhill steep, but still 5,000 feet. Yeah, going down. So that sets the stage kind of where we're at. We have good weather.
Oh, we had clouds?
Yeah, it was in the mid-70s, but a little bit of high clouds. We had intermittent shade.
Yes.
It was really nice to have some good weather.
Some good clarity, Meg, because
Yes.
we were a little bit nervous because we started kind of late.
Yeah.
And it was like 10:30 a.m. when we started.
Yeah,
10:30.
My best moment was, this is going to sound so lame, but it's when all the clouds came out. Sometimes you hike out here and it's just blue sky, which isn't bad, but the clouds just make everything so much more beautiful. Yeah. That's a boring thing I'm saying.
Well, it makes a lot of sense because it makes the lighting out here off the cliffs
So
look
pretty.
really more dramatic.
Everything's more dynamic.
Yeah.
And also it gave you shade a little bit. I felt like, wow, can't believe we're out here. What a life.
I've never been down into the Grand Canyon before.
Oh, yeah.
Woo,
Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here. I naively was expecting it to feel tighter and more claustrophobic down in the canyon, and it just was blown away by the scale.
It is
and
very open
how
here.
open it feels. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's just gorgeous, and it's just a really weird thing to process. It's
Yes.
just so big and awesome in the original sense of that word.
Yeah, I've taken a lot of first-timers down, and it's always interesting to hear them go through their trip and start to understand scale and just intensity of the landscape. So I'm really excited for you.
Yeah, I'm
like,
so
happy
excited.
you're here.
I had some pictures in my head of what it would be like, and obviously you're just never going to get that right.
I feel like nothing super sketchy, nothing crazy.
Straightforward.
No, it really wasn't.
Okay,
It was
great.
type 1 the whole time.
Great.
Yeah.
I felt, type 1
Yep, same.
pretty solidly.
The best part of my day is just being with everybody. This is a good group.
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to this. We were just going down, having funny banter, cool conversation, good attitudes, getting it done. It was fun.
We had a solid mental space in this group.
Yeah, and we're all very experienced.
A lot of descent, so there were some knees that were barking and
Yeah.
ankles that were barking.
Worst part of the day was rolling my ankle just below the red wall break. And that caused a lot of pain and discomfort, and I had to briefly calm myself down. No, it's going to loosen up. You're not done.
The last half mile of the last 1.5 miles of trail.
We might be talking about the
we were
same
talking about the
section.
same
Yeah.
section.
Yeah.
My knees were starting to
It just
really,
was
really
a
bother me.
weird, steep
Angle. Yeah.
It wasn't that awkward to like down, but it felt bad.
Yeah, it just hurt. My IT band is telling me, no,
Why?
We didn't take breaks.
No, we did not.
If you think about it,
Yeah.
we took like 2, 3 to 4 minute breaks, maybe 5 minutes. I was like, all right, keep going.
Once we made it down to the river, this is where we were camping.
Yeah.
So we're camped at Tanner Beach. We got into camp really early today. It was like 3 o'clock, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's close to 3.
And that was awesome because we had a lot of time to chill and relax.
Best moment was standing in the river and just getting a chance to go chill and stand knee deep in the river.
Solid choice.
Yeah, it was very refreshing.
My surprisingly brown and soap tasting ramen.
Oh my God.
Off-brand ramen noodles.
Shout them out.
They're called Chapagetti. I'm sure some people like them, but I don't recommend them.
And it is Allison and I's birthdays.
Oh yeah.
Yesterday.
We had cake. Meg, did you carry both cakes?
Yeah, I carried both cakes.
Yeah. It's only 6 o'clock, but it's super dark.
And it's last light.
It's a weird time of the year. I was telling Charlie, I'm not sure we've done too many backpacking trips this time of the year. Time to go to bed.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
Woo.
Bye.
Hello, coming to you live from Escalante Beach. We're going to introduce ourselves as we all now have Grand Canyon trail names.
Well, it's a little backstory on that. Meg and I had trail names from past adventures.
Yes.
But then we were like, we all need Grand Canyon trail names.
Yeah.
And so we have been waiting to dub them, and they've come fast.
I am Meg in the Grand Canyon. I am SideQuest.
I am Allison, and my GC trail name is Prickly Peach.
And I'm Charlie. My GC name is Chapagetti.
And I'm John, and my GC name is Riverbat.
The Riverbat protects us.
We did 9.9 miles according to my watch.
Mine rang in around 8. We had a mixture of
8 1/4.
Yeah, meaning we really don't know how many miles we
Yeah.
went. And 2,500 feet of gain and loss.
I had 22.
1,500 for whatever reason.
We started off at a camp fresh, and we had 3-ish miles of very mellow crossing through a delta, flat, really pretty, and it was all in the shade, which was great. And then from there, we went to Cardenas Beach.
Water check.
Yep, we had a water check, and John has breakfast. And
Today we had a lot of side quests.
yes, we did.
SideQuest 1 was the pottery.
Pottery. We tried to
looked
find
for some
pottery.
pottery.
We did not find it.
We were not
Spoiler
worthy.
alert. Yeah, so
Sometimes you shoot your shot and you lose.
after that, we headed up Unkar Hill to the ruins.
Seeing the ruins and knowing that people used to live here, but seeing it really brought it home. And it's so mind-blowing thinking about people subsisting in this landscape. It's just such a vast and complex landscape. I just still can't really imagine it.
Up Unkar to the Unkar Delta overlook, which was very, very beautiful. And then from there, we started across something that just looked improbable. Something we approached very slowly that was very large.
The whole time Charlie and I were looking at it like, I don't see how it goes.
Yeah.
And we were just
Yeah.
like, there's no way. It looked like if it was going to go, which we knew it would because people do it,
Yeah.
we just thought it was going to be super miserably steep to get
Yeah.
up onto it and just a horrible time.
And it was a long, grinding off camber that just never ended.
It was just unrelenting. And even the descriptions on the Park Service was like, you're gonna feel like you've been traversing forever. And I wasn't wrong. I kept fighting checking the GPS so many times to be like, how much farther do we have to go? But I knew better because it's the GC. So it's not even gonna be close to where I hoped that we are.
The surprising part was it was not bad. It wasn't super steep, honestly.
Oh, and the really exposed parts weren't very long.
No, they weren't very long.
Yeah.
And it was quite nice. I didn't mind it too much.
Like, I didn't think today was type 2, and I think that's my biggest surprise is that maybe I've just been here enough, maybe we've done enough, maybe it's perfect conditions. I don't know what it is about it, and I might get my ass handed to me tomorrow, to be very fair.
Yeah.
But it's felt very manageable and fun. Not suffer fun, but fun.
We have gotten some breeze with
Yeah,
our feet, so
yeah.
that helps a lot.
There's been a lot of shade.
In and out, yeah.
In and out.
I think it's this time of the year.
Yeah, this time of the year is a great
Yeah.
time. We're here the first week in November, and it's great. And we had to go down
God.
said thing, because at that point we were 2,000 feet above the river.
Low point for me was definitely IT band pain on the downhill. New experience for me, and it's rough. But, not that bad. When the gradient changes, it's fine. So, ups and downs.
You're a trooper.
Pros and cons.
Then we just made our way slowly down a dry creek bed.
Yeah, which was kind of
into
cool.
One of the most epic campsites.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Yeah.
this is my favorite. one of my top 5 favorite campsites ever.
Yes.
Ever.
If we plopped you down here, you might think you are on a Caribbean island. It's
But-
like a half moon bay with very little current, and in the background there are roaring rapids.
Beach campsite is amazing. The sand is just so soft and
Yeah.
like, so golden. I feel like I took a long, expensive flight to get here.
We have a private beach. Literally, there's nobody else here. It's protected, and so we could get into the water. And it sounds like you're at the ocean, but then it also sounds like there's rapids in the background, too.
Yeah.
And there are rapids in the background.
Yeah, it's amazing. It is utterly amazing. And we all went swimming.
Yes.
We all sunbathed and hung out. We've been here since 2:30, which was like so glorious.
Felt overindulgent, almost.
Yeah. We were like, if we could just put this in a bottle and opened it up when we needed it and just be right back here.
I wish I could pocket certain memories to come back to visit.
Yeah.
And this beach moment was one of those that would be in my scrapbook.
Yeah, totally.
It's been a good day.
We'll check later.
For day 3 of the Escalante Route in the Grand Canyon. And you have Allison, Meg, Charlie, and John. Today was a shorter mileage day. What would you say, crew? 7-ish miles?
7 to 8, somewhere in there.
And roughly 2,000 feet of gain.
2 to 2,400?
2 to 2,400 feet of gain.
Somewhere in there.
It's hard to say in the Grand Canyon because different devices say different things. So we left our beautiful, lovely Escalante Beach. We went straight into 75 Mile Canyon. We went from the beach way up high. We were hiking above these tall canyon walls.
Like 600 feet tall.
So tall. Yeah. And we were looking down into the canyon, and we knew we would eventually be hiking in it. So that was kind of a trip. And then you drop into the canyon. Then we were at the bottom of the canyon looking up the walls, which was really cool.
Super cool. The Slot Canyon was such a highlight. It was really fun to just walk on top of something and be like, ooh, when you went by it, because it was just so big, steep walls, and then drop into it and just look up at it and be like, wow. I thought that was really, 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 really fun.
Oh, highlight was definitely the Slot Canyon. I felt like a little kid. It was fun to be on top of it and then slide down or climb down into it. And
There was a little slide, though.
Yeah, it was like a little bit of slide. And then I was just like, woo, I could have a lot of fun here. And we made it to the beach area of 75 Mile.
So we crossed the beach, and there
we
was a
had to
high
go
route and
high
a
or
low
low.
route.
Oh, yes,
And we
that's
decided-
right.
Yeah.
We decided to go low route.
Yeah, we did the low route, which is less traveled, so it was kind of route findy, and I thought that section was really pretty
That was
fun.
actually a good call. We were happy with our low route option. And then from there, we made it to Papago Creek. And then there was this wall that was third or fourth class.
Yeah.
I'd say fourth.
Yeah.
I'd say fourth, yeah.
High fourth.
You don't want to fall. And you had to do this quick scramble up this wall. It wasn't long, though, honestly.
It's like 40 feet.
Yeah.
And it was in all of our wheelhouses because we're climbers. We're pretty comfortable, and it was good. Everything was solid.
yeah.
There was feet and hands for everything.
I've been wrestling a lot the last few years with what I actually like to do in the mountains. Are my tastes changing? Is my risk tolerance changing? And I was a bit disappointed that the technical section was over. And I was like, oh, I think I do still really like doing technical stuff outside.
Maybe you
that
just need
caught
an
me off
environment
guard.
change, and you should come on more trips out here.
And then shortly after that, we were introduced to what has been looming in the back of our minds is the Papago slide, which was looming. And
Yeah.
what would you call it?
Steep, loose gully.
Scree-filled a noose.
Yes,
Yeah.
with a good amount of dirt, just thrown in there for good measure.
Oh, yeah.
And
Like,
big chunky rocks, little chunky rocks.
And it funnels.
Scree-
It funnels. It's like an hourglass shape, so it funnels into a single point.
And steep.
And it's very, very, very. It's probably 45 degrees, if I had to guess.
yeah.
And
Maybe-
it looked
maybe
really
50.
scary.
We've all
We
been
were
in
all
that
like,
terrain, and we were all kind of like,
Well,
all right, let's put on our big people pants. We need to pay attention now. Like, it's pretty high consequence. Yeah, once you got into it, it didn't feel that bad. It felt, I mean, it was
I think people
it was
would.
serious. People would, if you were not
people would
familiar
hate
with
it.
that, you would hate it.
Yeah.
And we weren't loving it, but we
didn't
were
love
like,
it.
okay, there's a way down. It's not, it's pay attention to your feet. Watch what you're doing.
keep your opinions, harnessed. Please.
Okay.
Where are
I'm
we going?
Bracing myself for this.
The highlight of my day was absolutely the slide, the wall and the slide.
Nice.
It was hands down the most enjoyable part of the day.
Nice.
Oh, I actually got to think about something. If I do something stupid, there will be severe consequences. It's really nice to be in this headspace at some point along this route.
Just to piggyback off of what John said, my biggest surprise was the fact that I didn't hate the slide as much as I thought I would. Yeah, I thought it would be my low light.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. We can just break this up into small, manageable chunks, and we can get through it, and it's gonna be okay. And then from there, we stopped at New Hance at a river camp, and and then we pulled out of the beach out of New Hance
At noon.
Yes,
Around
and it
noon.
was like up a sand hill, and we were like, why?
And we each hauled, I mean, it wasn't that bad. I think I did 4.5 liters. So that made things a little bit heavier too than normal. But
My low light was definitely hauling water up that hill in the sun. I think on tired legs as well. I was just feeling the sore muscles and it was hot. I wanted that to be done, but it was worth it.
when you're in the Grand Canyon, oftentimes you can see bird's eye where you're supposed to go. But getting there, you have to go deep down into a canyon and then come around. That's basically
2 ridges away.
Yeah, we were like, oh, there's our camp. And it was hot. And we took a few breaks along the way in shady spots.
And they go on forever and ever and ever and ever. This will end soon, and you're like, no, it won't.
Soon is relative.
You don't check the map. You just don't want to know. You'll get there when you get there.
So it was a long day, but I mean, it was a short miles, but it felt long because it was technical. So that was slow going in areas, and then it was hot at the end. Meg tends to pick a dry camp one night because of the magical layer called the tapies.
The best part about being up here is because you can get a 360-degree view of many layers of the canyon. And so when the sun goes down, you get these beautiful colors on the walls and the shadows on the walls. And then once the sun is finally down, it's just like a big bright color display.
It's beautiful.
This campsite wins it for me. Views just give a different sense of the canyon from anywhere else we've camped so far or any other part of the canyon we've been in so far. And it was just such a magical place to watch the sun go down and made the water hole totally worth it.
Each time I've done a Tonto camp with Meg, it's been top notch. I fantasized about a charcuterie board here next time.
Yeah,
that's happening. We've already written it down for the next
I
trip.
will haul that weight.
And there's nobody else up here, honestly.
Yeah.
We feel very alone.
We have really not seen anyone on a trail since
Yesterday morning.
yesterday morning. Yesterday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So over 24
out
hours.
of camp, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Tomorrow we have a couple miles to our final water source.
Yes.
And we'll refill.
Yeah.
And it's not that big of elevation gain from what I looked at on the map.
Who knows?
To New Hance, but who knows?
Because you
never
know,
know.
you never know. Don't trust the topo. That's
don't
the
trust
rule
topo.
of the GC.
And then we have a lot of elevation gain to the
Yeah.
top. The next time you hear us, we'll be in a hotel room.
Send prayers.
Yeah. And wish us luck.
All right.
All right.
Bye. Hello. Greetings from Moab. It's Meg and
Allison.
Charlie.
And John.
we started off our morning at Allison's insistence at a 5 a.m. wake-up call. And
Which you later said, I'm glad we did.
I
I
know.
just wanted to get that for the record.
Yeah, we should, because I was real
on
saucy
record.
about it in the morning.
There was grumbling.
It wasn't that I was mad about waking up early. It was more that I wanted to enjoy sunrise,
sunrise.
out where we were.
It was an up day. Flavor was up.
Yeah, you gotta know there's gonna be zones about going up. You get into your space where you're like, we're going up. We got going and made our way into the Hance Creek area where we stopped for some water and brekkie, which was delicious. And then from there, you just go up.
Up.
Yes. Then it was our basically 4,000 feet of
Yeah,
gain.
we had to do 4,000 feet of gain.
In a span of what, like
4 miles.
Yeah. It was pretty steep.
Yeah. And you're in the Grand Canyon, you've done it a few times, you know that certain areas are going to be worse than others.
Yeah.
The top is always going to be one of the worst parts. It's just always going to be steep. It's just the nature of the rock there. And the red wall is always going to be a pretty hard part. We had to make our way up to the red wall, which is an area of the canyon that's very impenetrable. It makes the Grand Canyon a fortress, and it has these very specific areas where you can cross through it. And this particular area was its own flavor. We were basically just doing pistol squat after pistol squat, going up these tight switchbacks along these cliffs. And it was steep and rugged, and we know it goes, but this looks improbable. We made it to the top of Horseshoe Mesa, which is on Esplanade Layer, which is really lovely. But we took a break up there, had a snack.
Oh, and we saw a tarantula.
Oh, yeah!
That was cool.
Grandview is a great trail. I mean, it's
its own flavor. We'll talk about the positives first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the shade. It was cool. There's a breeze. There were views. But also, we encountered what we have nicknamed the back alleys of London, which is cobblestone trail, never-ending steep switchbacks.
I'm impressed. Whoever trail built that.
Yeah.
That's like
Some crazy trail.
It took some time.
that's some commitment.
Yeah.
Time and effort.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
rest of the Grand Canyon down below, they were just like, this'll do. Yeah. But this one like took some time and effort and
Yeah.
blood and sweat and tears.
Oh,
probably.
yeah. There were like big logs that were Lincoln logged to like basically build what you called a moat. It looked like you were entering a castle.
Yeah, you know, you said that. You were like, wow, it's
yeah.
like a drawbridge.
It felt like that.
It was what I remember it being last time. Just never ending
Yeah.
and very unrelenting. But then you come to a little saddle and then you've got even more to go. And at that point, I just was like, hey, everybody, just stop looking up. We're not there yet. We still got another 1,000 feet.
I think I even pointed out, I was like, those big pillars up there, and you were like, don't care.
I want to complain about the uphill, but like, I just can't. Every time I want to complain about it, I'm like, but it was shaded.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
the views were amazing.
You want to be like, oh, uphill, God. But like, I don't know. It's in the shade. Here we go. Just like, keep going.
Get it done.
Get it done.
And we finally topped out.
After many a false summit.
Yeah, it was a near 6-hour day. And we did 4,200 feet of gain in 8 miles. But most of the gain was in the back 4. Well, and when we got towards the top, you could see where we camped. And it looked so
That was
impossibly far away.
I think it was really cool being able to look back almost. I mean, like, you obviously can't see every little facet of our route, but we could kind of see the entry trailhead
Yeah.
from really far away and little spots along our route.
Awesome. 10 out of 10 recommend. I think that the plot twists we had were that nothing went wrong. There wasn't a whole lot of suffering. It's not a type 1 trail, to be very clear.
But for us, our group,
Yeah, but for our group, it was a type
it felt
1
type
trip.
1-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through and through.
All right. Describe the trip in one word.
Spaghetti.
I would say it is wonderfully diversified.
That was 2 words, but we'll take it.
I'm gonna go awesome because it really does provoke awe. I think it's the scale and the variation of the landscape. There's just so much character in each tiny little pocket, and it changes so fast as well.
I was going to go with wonder, joy, similar,
Yeah.
right? You're wondering what's around the bend. You have a sense of wonder. Like, how did this get here? Wow. I'm so happy that my body can take me here and I'm here with my friends.
My word's kind of lame too.
Yeah.
Can we say our words were lame?
My word would be like adventurous.
Yeah.
Because I find the GC very adventure filled. Well, until the next one, Prickly Peach out.
Spaghetti out.
Riverbat out.
Side quest out.
Bye.
Bye.